Hey, so today I want to talk about something that I saw on the internet. As usual, I see like videos and stuff, and that makes me want to talk about something. But I was watching some videos, and I saw this video by this guy, and he was like looking at like weird TikToks or memes or shit. And it's like storming outside right now. But he was watching like TikToks and videos and shit. And like I understand people not finding things funny, right? Like I understand when people don't find things like funny, like if you don't find like specific things funny. Like I don't find like fart jokes funny. Like there's a lot of things I don't really find funny, but I'm never going to go out of my way to like talk about why that humor is like, oh, it's bad and how god, you guys are not taking this serious enough and blah blah blah. And like I always hate when like people take jokes as like some like learning lesson or it's like some deeper meaning or they need to like lecture people on like why this isn't funny or dude this isn't funny cuz this and that. And like I was watching this video and this guy was like picking apart shit just like unreasonably, like where it was just like there was literally a dream or a dream there was a meme, a fucking video about a guy just making a joke about where the punchline was shitting his pants, and the person was like losing their mind, just like, dude, is that really how you want to be known? Do you really want people to know you as the guy who shit his pants? Is that really how you want your friends and family to remember you? You want to be the guy who shits himself? That's really what you want your identity to be? And it's just like, dude, it's a fucking joke. Like if someone goes on the internet and says, "Yo, just pissed myself. Let's go." Like that person's obviously fucking joking. They're not trying to like tell everyone like, "Yes, I pissed my pants. Please refer to me as the guy who pisses his pants." Like it's just a dude making a fucking shit posty joke. Like I'll never understand anything on the internet. Sometimes like I don't understand a lot of humor on the internet. I'm a fucking old man. Like I laugh at random shit. Like when they have like those random videos where it's like a fucking someone like posts like a picture of like a spinning pineapple while there's like fucking Cotton Eye Joe playing in the background. I'll probably laugh at that just because it's so fucking stupid and absurd that I'm just kind of like, that's fucking funny. But like I swear, like there's always like a TikTok where like someone's like shit posting, where they'll say something like, "Yo, just jerked it 10 times today to a picture of a cheese grater. Let's go." And then someone will be like, "Dude, that is like actually fucking stupid. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't understand. What about this cheese grater is sexy to you? Is this really what you want your life to be? Do you want to tell people that you masturbate? Is that really how you want to live your life? And to that, you want to tell people that you find cheese graters sexy? I mean, man, I mean, there's nothing funny to this. You're just being a bit grotesque." And it's like, bro, it's a fucking joke. If you don't find it funny, you don't find it funny. But this like internet trend of taking things too seriously happens a lot on the internet. And I know when people think about like people taking jokes too seriously, they go to that one side of the internet, the side of the internet that likes to throw around funny words. They like when someone makes like a any kind of joke, they like to call that person some form of bigotry or a pedo or some kind of thing. And the internet loves to throw words around. So sometimes when people make a joke on the internet, there's those people who take it so seriously that they want to destroy the person's life. But then there's the other side of the internet where they're all about maintaining self-image and they try to act like shit posting is a form of like, oh, you're self-reporting on who you are as a person. You just don't have any fucking love for yourself, man. You're demeaning yourself by making shit jokes and talking about coming and God, man, like, can't you have some self respect? And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, bro, it's jokes, it's memes, it's stupid ass shit. It's not that serious. Like, the internet is one of those places that is so full of shit posts and jokes, yet you will also find an equal amount of people who, because they don't find the joke funny or they don't get the joke themselves, they will take it upon themselves to rant and rave about how it's one of those things where it's like you need to grow up, man. That's just not funny, okay? That's immature, it's stupid. And then you have the other side that's like, "Oh my god, you can't make jokes like that because that's offensive to blah 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 blah." And it's like, god damn, the internet is so devoid of fucking happiness, dude. Because when I was watching this video, this guy like couldn't go 10 seconds without like if something was like satirical and stupid, he would take it as if it was like gospel. He would take it like it was this person was like reporting that they were like this. Like if someone makes like a joke about like I don't know, like anything, and they like take it that seriously, like maybe you just need to, I don't know, not be on the internet, or maybe you just need to like go to like some place on the internet where everyone is a fucking buzzkill. Because I like those jokes. Like one of my favorite type of like internet humor is when someone says something and the response that the like they say something in response to a person who made like a video or a tweet or something, and they like a person responds to that person, but then the person who made that tweet or video responds to that person, and it's like a disproportionate response, right? Like I'm making it sound so technical and like old timey, like I'm like explaining it like I love when the square root of 62 is 31. I don't remember how square roots work. I'm gonna be honest, but my point being is I love when like for example, if someone like tweets like, "Yo, just went to the beach today. It was pretty cool," and then someone's like, "Yeah, no one cares," and then the person who made the tweet responds with like, "I will set your whole family on fire." Like I love disproportionate and like deranged responses because it's obvious that they're not serious. You know, like someone says like someone responds with like, "Man, I don't think it's that important," and they're just like, "I will consume you." You know, like it's like I don't know. I love like disproportionate responses to like anything. Like I just love that because it's stupid. But I remember when I was watching that video, there was one of those jokes, and I laughed at it because I was like, I love disproportionate responses. I love just like everything going from like civilized or just kind of like a bit of a spat to just suddenly just being like full on derangement. And the person like took it seriously as if it was like this person was like actually like going insane and like making threats, and it's just like it's not that fucking deep. It's a joke. Like I understand, right? I understand not getting jokes because I don't get a lot of jokes nowadays. And I understand not finding things funny because I don't find some things funny. Like everyone in my family almost pretty much loves like fart jokes. Like I said, fart jokes. I just don't really like I've laughed at fart jokes. There are some that I think are funny, but like whenever I watch a movie and then like the joke is like haha character farted, like I just don't find it funny. But I'm not going to tell other people like, "Hey, how dare you find fart jokes funny? That's stupid." Like I find a lot of different things funny, but I'm never going to have people tell me that I can't find that funny because I find it funny and that's what I find funny. But if you don't find something funny or if you don't understand something, you can just simply say, "I don't understand this joke." And if you don't find it funny, you can just not laugh. Like nobody's going to force you to laugh at the joke. But at the same time, nobody is forcing you to give a detailed like 20 paragraph explanation on why this isn't funny and why you should be ashamed if you find it funny. And how as a matter of fact, I'm going to fucking beat your ass for finding it funny. Like that's how it always is. That's how it starts when people like try to justify that they take some joke too seriously. They'll start by being like, "That's not funny," which will then be followed up by an explanation on why they don't think it's funny and why you're a bad person for thinking it's funny, and then followed up by anger that might even turn into threats of "you're a fucking moron and I should just punch the shit out of you for finding that funny." Like for some reason, the internet breeds these like either people who see everything as like some world social issue and then another side that takes everything as like an image reflection where you can't be saying shit like that. Like, oh my god, dude, don't think about your image. What will people think of you? Like, dude, I post on Twitter about fucking everything from boobs to dicks, and I say stupid shit. Like, on Twitter, I literally typed in "the fungus consumes." What the fuck does that mean? That means nothing. I'm pretty sure my first post was literally me saying penis. And people think I give a shit about my image. Like I find funny what I find funny, and if people don't find it funny, then that makes sense because not everyone finds the same things funny. But taking things so seriously that it's like, oh, the type of humor you make reflects on your image is like, dude, I don't care. Like, imagine telling someone that they can't make a joke about jerking off because, well, that reflects badly on them. People are gonna think you jerk off. People are gonna think that you like coming. They're gonna think that you think jerking off is cool. Think about your image, bro. You're supposed to be like clean cut, bro. You gotta be like suave and shit. Your joke's gotta be like, so I went to the gym and look at my gains. Like, bro, that's not like that. Not only is that not a joke, but like I don't give a shit about my image. And I don't care if like jokes I make seem offensive to someone, because I'm obviously not just going to go around dropping fucking slurs, nor my jokes going to be about going around just insulting people. But like I never understand like this ideology of like you make a joke and it's got to be like a reflection on yourself, or like it's a self-image problem. And bro, you can't be posting things like that, because think about what people are going to think about you. And it's like, I don't care. If I make a joke about fucking circumcising myself with a rusty knife, do you think I care what people are going to think about that? Do you think I'm going to care that people are going to tell me, like, dude, that's grotesque? Like, I don't give a shit. I thought it was funny. Like, who cares? And not to mention, not every joke is offensive, as much as some people on the internet like to believe. And also, I'm not one of those people that believes that people on like Twitter and shit like just take every joke as like an offensive thing, right? Because that's like an internet stereotype where people, they love to be like, oh, people on Twitter are so wimpy. You make a joke and they call you a bigot. Like, not obviously, not everyone on Twitter does that. There are people, obviously, there are people like that. But there's just as many people on Twitter who do the whole calling things bigoted, as much as there's people on the internet who tell people what jokes they can and can't find funny because it reflects poorly on themselves. Like, I will make a literal joke about jumping ass first on a fucking 10-foot tall dildo because I would find that kind of thing funny. And I could give less of a shit if someone thought less of me because I made a joke that is sexual or grotesque in nature, because I don't care. To me, humor is one of those things that just isn't supposed to be serious. It's humor. It's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to just let loose and go wild, bro. Like, you're supposed to make jokes about whatever, man. You can just talk about anything like, yo, I got my hair cut and now I have a mohawk and now women mace me when they see me on the streets. Like, you can make anything. You can say whatever the fuck you want. You can say, oh, I tripped and broke my fucking nose. Like, I don't know. You can just say whatever. Like, humor is not like some deep poem that you have to like think. You have to sit in meditation and think like, ah, yes, the gentle winds blow. My nose I also blow. The leaves, they blow as well. I am in a pure form of calm. Like, jokes don't have to be a poem. And they also don't have, like, jokes don't even have to be like a meticulous punchline with like a huge setup like wind, joke. Like, it doesn't have to be like that, man. I can, like, if I just find it funny to just say the word tits, then I'm just gonna say tits and laugh because I'm an immature tool. But to me, that's just what I find funny. But I also find jokes funny. I found like winding up jokes funny. Like, I like some stand-up humor. I like some just random humor. I like just saying a word and laughing. Like, at the end of the day, it's not that fucking deep and it's not that serious. It's just jokes. And obviously there's something to be said about like the opposite side of people who don't take things serious enough. Cuz there's a time to be serious and there's a time to be jokey. And I'm fully capable of being serious. I can be serious if the time calls for it. But at the same time, I don't take a lot of things too seriously, because a lot of the time the things that people want me to take seriously are not actually that serious. It's different if like someone, like I knew someone and they came to me talking about something horrible in their life. I'm obviously not just going to be like, "Whoa, Will, that just happened." Like, no, I'm going to listen to them and like try to be understanding. But like once they like calm down and things are like cool and they're like, kind of like regaining their like normalcy, I'm going to like start making jokes to cheer them up. But like it's not that deep, it's not that serious, and it's like I don't know, like people seem to just like treat humor like it's like gotta be like some like well crafted joke with like a punchline like from the fucking like 60s. And people nowadays feel like jokes have to be stepping on eggshells or else you're offending someone. But at the end of the day, I just say things. I love like that's the thing. I love, like in my last video I talked about like how I love singing. But another thing I really love is I love just humor. I like laughing. I like jokes. And I like it more than like most people would, because a lot of people go on the internet just to like laugh at things and then they move on with their day. But for me, like I just constantly like things that are funny. I like to watch funny videos. I like to look at funny memes. When I play video games, I talk to myself in ways that I think would be fun, that are funny to me, because I just like the concept of being funny, laughing and having a good time with humor, because to me humor is one of the few things that I really really enjoy. So to go on the internet and have all of that like just like boiled down to like, oh well, you're a fucking idiot, or oh you're a fucking bigot, and it's just like, dude, it's just humor. Like I just can't imagine it. Like I can't imagine if I like went someone I made a joke about like I don't know just purely shitting my pants and someone just like breaks in like, bro, you can't make jokes like that. Guess like people are gonna think weird things about you, and it's like, dude, I don't care. People can literally think that I'm the fucking reincarnation of the devil, and I could give less of a shit. Like I just like to make jokes. I like to be stupid, and I say the term joke loosely. I don't really make jokes. I more of just say random shit, say stupid shit, and hope it's funny. But I don't understand like taking things so goddamn seriously that it like takes the humor and the fun away because it's all about fun. That's what humor is. It's just about having fun. It's not about appeasing some political or social side. It's not about appeasing the older generation. It's not about maintaining a self-image. I don't make jokes to like tell a message. I don't make jokes to improve my image. I make jokes just because I like making jokes. I don't take a lot of things that seriously to the point where I just constantly shitpost verbally. Even when I'm talking about something in a monotone, somewhat serious tone, I still make like really shitty and terribly made jokes because it's just fun. It's just stupid. It's just some stupid fun. And it's just to show that I don't take a lot of things too seriously, even if I sound like I'm taking things seriously. Because at the end of the day, I take nothing seriously. I just do nothing. I mean, obviously, there are things I do take seriously, obviously, but like when it comes to like things in my own life, I don't take things very seriously. I just kind of shitpost, I laugh, and then I cry at some point. But it's not that crazy. It's not like humor does not gotta be this fucking thing that's like crazy. Like, oh, my humor needs to define who I am. I don't care. Like I don't care if like I make a bunch of vulgar jokes and I'm known as the fucking cock and pussy joker. Like I don't give a shit. Like I don't care if people call me the fucking vagina comedian. I don't give a shit. Like I don't care if people call me the fucking cum king. Like dude, like I don't care. Like I make vulgar jokes. I make like jokes that are like heavily sexual because I just think sex related things are funny. Like like if anything, sexual stuff is like the stuff I take the least amount of serious, and that's like something where people will be like, dude, that's like a behind closed doors thing. That's like a bedroom thing, bro. You shouldn't be talking about your butthole, bro. That's like do that behind closed doors, and I'm just gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna talk about sucking on nipples or something. I'm gonna talk about fucking circumcisions. I'm gonna talk about fucking like shoving as many items up your ass. Like dude, that's just what I'm going to talk about because it's just what I find funny, and people are have every right to not find that funny. Like that's just how humor works. You can find it funny or you cannot. That and but like lecturing people because it's just not your cup of tea is bullshit. Because like I can find things not funny, but I have no right to tell people like, hey, you're a fucking moron. Okay, you're a moron. How dare you laugh at that thing, you fucking freak. I will beat your ass. Like it's just like who cares? It's a joke. It's not, it may not be a funny one, but it's just a joke. And that's not like excusing those people who make like jokes and quotation marks around like where they like try to be like offensive, where they like just like drop a slur and that's the joke, right? They're just like, huh, I just said the N-word, bro. Relatable, right? That's dark, edgy humor. And it's like, dude, edgy humor is like the one thing where you need a wind up and then a punchline because edgy and dark humor is one of those things where you do need a wind up and a punchline because if you just drop like a fucking slur, or if you're just like, yo, I like that this person has cancer, like people are not going to be happy about that, and for good reason. But like at the same time, you need like dark and edgy humor is one of those things where you need a bit of a wind up. Like you need a wind up because you can't like that, unlike sexual humor, you can't just drop the word cock and then people laugh. I mean, obviously you can. Like I'm sure there's like a group of people where if they just drop a slur, like there's a group of people will laugh, right? But that's like one of those like humors where like that's the one that really makes people mad if you just like if your humor is just like laughing at like, oh, they just said a slur, right? And again, like I can't tell any people how to like laugh at things or what they can and can't find funny, right? Like I personally don't find that funny. I like dark and edgy humor. I prefer it have more of a wind up though. Like I prefer if there's like more of a joke behind it rather than just saying the word. But when it comes to sexual humor, I like just saying the word and then laughing at it. But if people like that kind of humor, okay. I mean, whatever. It's your fucking humor. I can't tell you what to find funny. And I can't lecture people on why they can or can't say that. Because I'm just some fucking idiot making jokes on the internet. But at the end of the day, humor is not that serious. It's not that deep. And you can find something like not funny. You can even find it offensive, right? Like there's no like line that says like you can't find a joke offensive. If a joke offends you, that is perfectly fine. However, because a joke offends you does not give you the right to go out of your way to be an asshole and put down other people just because you just didn't find that humor funny. Like your humor is subjective. And I don't know. This is me ranting because I hate this. I hate when people take humor too serious. Like it's just jokes. It's just shit posts. It's nothing serious. Like if I make a joke about circumcision, it's just a joke about circumcision. I'm not trying to make a point. I'm not trying to make a political or social point about how circumcisions are so against this group of people. Like no. Or if I make the joke about circumcision, I'm not trying to maintain some image where like I'm like scared like oh shit I shouldn't make that joke. What if people know me as the circumcision man? Like I don't give a shit. Like it's just humor. It's just what I find funny. And there are things I don't find funny and I don't care. I don't care about their humor. If they find it funny then cool. If there's other people that find it funny then cool. And if people don't like that humor then fine. That's just how humor works. Humor is just a subjective bunch of bullshit that people just make so they can have a good ass time before they inevitably fucking die. Because most people just want to have good times, laughs and just chill out, man. But I don't know. This is me ranting about humor. So, yeah. Whatever.